What's up, guys? Welcome back. And this is the first ever video posted on this YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys all stopping out. I've been wanting to get some content out live and out for you guys as you're watching. And guys, this is going to be a big one because we're going to dive right into it. We're going to get into the Super Bowl, my best prop bets, okay? Because the Super Bowl is the granddaddy of them all. When we talk about prop bets in professional sports, college sports, what have you. In sports gambling overall, it is bar none the best event. If we're going to get into actual props, the books this big out in Vegas, crazy stuff. We're going to get into some crazy props as well as towards the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys 3 of the props that I'm really tuned in on, ones that I'm going to be betting in the future. So obviously, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. And if you have a problem with gambling, please call the gambling hotline number down below. But let's get into it. And this is going to be something where we look into this game coming on within the Super Bowl being played. There's something that I want to preface this all by saying. So for those of you out there that do have some futures bets involving the Chiefs, involving the 49ers, 19-3 to the team that is wearing white. Now, that is a big number. Obviously, guys, when you talk about a trend historically, that is something where you see a lot of the sharps playing action on the 49ers. But I want to just keep this one really orientated into the props. But before we get down into it, guys, make sure you guys are all my top subscribers, my first subscribers, the OGs on the channel. Make sure you guys all smash that like button as well. And let me know your thoughts as always. What are you guys betting? What are you guys keying in on for the prop market within the Super Bowl that's going to be played in a couple Sundays? So this is what we got going on. And as always, let's get into some of the crazy ones, right? Reba McEntire. She's getting up there in age, but this is a very important prop market that a lot of people key in on. We've seen the past within Chris Stapleton. We've seen the past within some of the previous singers and really eclipsing that 2-minute mark. Now, we saw Alicia Keys, keying it in on the piano. That's going to take a little bit more time, 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Stapleton was 2 minutes and 1 second. But this is where I look to Reba possibly getting a little under that total, okay? She might not want to be out there singing too long up in age. And it does go to the end of the Brave, right? That is the one thing you guys all have to look. So check with your own respective sports books for those house rules. When does that conclude, okay? Now, a couple more outlandish ones, guys. I'm sure you're all aware. Obviously, the Gatorade color. That's going to be a big one. I'm kind of looking at some value possibly at 20-1 with no color. I wish I kind of had some connections within who is actually doing the mixing of that powder there on the sidelines, guys, because if you really had an inside-in track, you could absolutely give yourself a better of a money line. Looking at purple at plus 185 and red plus 260. That's where we're looking at possibly even better to having an inside track to a money line play versus more so even money if you knew what color each sideline would be using, okay? And now some of the fun ones, guys. These are the ones that we all key in on, right? Taylor Swift, the star of the show. Just kidding. I know you guys have had it up to there with what's going on with that, but will she join Usher in a halftime show and sing Shake It Off? That's where we're looking at a plus 25,000, guys, right? A $10 bet would land you about $2,500 if we would have a Chiefs win on top of that. So a crazy kind of built-in parlay within that action. Not something I'm going to be looking into. I do think there is a potential for the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift engagement. All right, that's a fun one. Let me know your thoughts down below for America's couple. I know you guys are so sick of hearing about it, but it is fun. And if you don't like Travis's brother out there in the press box, in the owner's suites and all that stuff, absolutely having a day out there. What better time than the Super Bowl to do that? So, and then kind of there's a crazy one out there. There's been a lot of talk and connection with Las Vegas being played where the Super Bowl is at with aliens, okay? Absolutely crazy, plus 100,000. The longest shot of them all if Vegas would be invaded by aliens and the game would end in a tie. I think if Vegas would invade if aliens would invade Vegas and we would end up in a tie, I think we'd have a lot more problems than winning sports bets out there, okay? So that's really not one that I'm going to end this on because I'm going to get into the highlights of the show, right? These are my top props when we talk about what exactly is going to happen, and there's going to be 3 angles that I'm looking into, guys. Number one being the MVP market, okay? Now, this is a big one. And before we get into this, guys, make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Smash that like button as well. I'm really curious to see how many of you guys will be my first subscribers. Like I said, guys, the OGs of Not Your Father's Bookie. And let's get into it. So this is where we're looking into some of the AI. You're going to see AI predictions. You're going to see experts along the way. You're going to hear from future players. There's going to be a huge run-up, a media frenzy, and this is going to cause the fluctuations within these line movements pretty much now up until Super Bowl Sunday, okay? And it depends where you're located. It depends if it's a physical book as well as if you have access to mobile sports betting and some of these very exotic offerings out there within the prop market. There's going to be an insane amount of opportunities and angles and offerings. That's going to vary from place to place, sportsbook to sportsbook. So make sure you guys are all shopping around for the best price out there as well as the best offerings. But these are three that I'm looking into, guys. Obviously, the MVP market, like I said, we're going to get into that one. And what I'm seeing here on my end, guys, is if you look at what we're looking at within the money line, like I said, guys, being about even money, something that's very going to be important, I think, in a way to bet it, more so if you like the Chiefs and you don't like the 3, you don't like the 2.5, the 2s, the 1.5s, the 1s, whatever you got it at, right? Which is crazy. Actually, I do want to tell you there is a lot of chatter about people actually flying out to Reno because they're taking a ton of San Francisco, Northern California money, people making the cross over the border into Reno to place bets on San Francisco. That's giving a lot of exposure within the Reno market. So a lot of people are seeking that +3 number for Kansas City right there. All right. But when we're talking about the best prop bets for the Super Bowl, the MVP market is a big one, right? A quarterback, I think to my numbers, a quarterback has won the MVP award of the winning team in 50% of, I think it's the last 16 Super Bowls. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments, as always. But this is where we look into these numbers, guys, and the player props surrounding that, okay? That is what I'm keying in on because I have some futures bets involving both parties at around 4-1. So I'm not going to be going too crazy within picking a side, so to speak, because I want to lock in those profits. But I am kind of interested in taking some MVP money, okay? And that is where I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes, okay? Patrick Mahomes to be the Super Bowl MVP. It's happened before. He's been a multiple-time MVP within the Super Bowls, and it obviously happens more so than not with the quarterbacks like I alluded to. So that's what I'm looking for. I think you can get that and probably get it right now. The MVP odds, if we look at it, we're looking at Patrick Mahomes in a lot of places. You can find as high as +140 and beyond. That's what I'm looking for. That is a very good value in comparison to the money line number, something that I'm going to be keyed in on, okay? And let's get into some more props. Number 2, we're going to look into Isaiah Pacheco, okay? Isaiah Pacheco, we're here looking at the number right now on seeing a couple of offerings around 65.5, give or take, depending on where you find it, what book you use, all right? And that is something where we can find them at -110 at plus or even plus money if you get some more desirable pricings, right? Some alternate rushing yards. I really think Isaiah Pacheco is going to have a crazy game. I don't think the Chiefs are going to deviate too far from their game plan, all right? It worked against Buffalo. It worked against Miami. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I think they're going to really stick to their guns, and we all know the vulnerabilities that San Francisco have had within their rushing defense, okay? That's going to be huge. That's going to be absolutely huge, okay? And then thirdly, guys, I can't not take a prop without mixing in some fun, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking that Super Bowl national anthem, right? I'm going to be taking the under Reba McEntire within that Super Bowl prop, within how long the national anthem will take. So as always, guys, another fun episode. This is going to be the first one on this channel on YouTube. So make sure you guys all find it to your value. Make sure you guys all subscribe down below. We're going to have a ton of updates. This channel will be constantly evolving in the next couple months. So make sure you guys are all along for the ride. So please smash that like button, subscribe down below. And I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video.